I think what I want to do next is figure out how this clutch setup works, because those of you guys who've watched me drive this thing, you know, you put it in gear and this clutch comes way out before anything starts to engage and the tractor starts to move. So it looks like the way this works is there's, it looks like that rod there, which actually goes to actuate the clutch linkage. It's got that threaded part on the end, and that is held in by a pin. So I wonder, I guess we just pull that old pin out and turn that up on the shaft some, and hopefully, or we turn it out, I don't know, we turn it in or out, and somehow that makes it better-ish, I hope. Well, it looks like no sooner do we solve one problem that a whole nother one pops up, or actually this is one that I guess I've kind of known about for a while. Basically what happens is there's that little piece that sticks out from the side of the transmission that the clutch pedal lever is rubbing up against right now, and those are not supposed to pass each other. That's supposed to be a stopping point, but the problem is this thing, because there's, you know, 6 years worth of wear and tear, and this lever doesn't go straight up and down, it goes like that, which lets it slip past the edge of that where it gets stuck. It's actually stuck right now, and it's stuck pretty good. Like, it's stuck to the point where I cannot pull this backwards to free it from the seat of the tractor. So there, that's what we were waiting on. Yeah, that's what's causing it. I wonder if there's space where we can put like a washer or something in there, maybe a really narrow washer. Yeah, that is quite stuck. The problem is this bolt probably hasn't moved since the 1950s, and last night the last thing I did before I closed up the shop was try to get it moving, which I was not successful at. So today we're gonna heat this up. Now, for those that don't know, the reason why applying heat, usually with a torch like this, to a rusted bolt, the reason why this typically works is because you can't heat and cool things, like in this case this bolt, at a completely even rate. So what happens is the bolt versus the nut that it's going into, they expand and contract against each other, and hopefully that'll break loose the bond of the rust. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. I just have to try to be patient here and remember to let this cool down before I put a wrench on it, otherwise this bolt will be soft and we'll just break it off. Man, this is probably original paint that we're cooking off. We're burning grease out of the joint. I don't know if you can see that flaming gunk coming out of there. Probably good, you know, we'll add in some new grease once that stuff boils out. Alright, I'm gonna clean up around here for a few minutes while that cools down, then we'll try it again. It's cool. I hope you don't break this. Uh-oh. Ah, man, this is really on here. Ah, I mean, that's really on here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, that was a good feeling. What a relief. Now I realize that nut's not really supposed to turn, it's kind of supposed to be stuck in there, but I don't really care because I'll take what I can get. We managed to get this off without breaking anything. Did you guys see that dry powdery rust fall out of here? Whew. Great, well now what we have to do is get this cast iron chunk off of here so we can put a washer or something between these two. I think this might actually be the original cotter pin. How about that? We're gonna destroy a genuine piece of history here. Man, I could take this and sell it on eBay to some genuine Alice Chalmers collector. Your tractor might be well restored, but does it have an original cotter pin? Alright, let's see what's going on. Okay, so that's the spring for the brake thing, which isn't all that springy. Although it probably was at one time. Pop that off of there. Great. Oh, hey, this is even wiggling. No way it's coming off this easy. No way it's coming off. Oh, wow. How about that? Great. Now we just got to find a washer that fits on there. I know this isn't going to be a standard size, like, you know, a 3/4 inch thingamajigger or whatever. I know we're not getting that lucky, though. Oh, how about that? Great. Well, hopefully that washer will absorb a lot of the play, and we'll be in business. How did this go? This was... Alright, yeah, this comes on here next. I bet this was a lot springier in the 1950s. Oh, that's gonna cause some very intelligent comments to appear. Put the washer back on. Alright, there's no way this fix was that easy. Something's about to break majorly. Now I'm gonna put some anti-seize on this brake bolt thing. So next time, if this ever has to come out again, hopefully I never have to take it out. Maybe my grandkids will or something. Next time this has to come out, it'll be that much easier. Man, last night I was sure this was going to be just a battle and a half to get this thing apart. I did not, even in my most optimistic, ideal, you know, what could happen scenarios, think this was going to go that well. But it just goes to show, although sometimes it's easier than others, if you can go at things with a positive attitude and just try to get stuff done, you might surprise yourself. Oh. Hopefully that stays in there. All right, now for the real test. Let's see how much play there is in this now. Oh, next to none. Wow, that tightened it up quite a bit. Oh, this is perfect. Wow. I mean, this is literally perfect. It doesn't turn that easy, probably because we baked all the grease out of it, so I'll have to be sure and re-grease this. But look, it moves perfectly, adequately, and the stop, it's kind of in shadow, hopefully you can see that there. The stop is now actually a stop, it's not a grabs the edge of this thing. Man, that could have caused an accident. I'm glad we got that when we did, and wow, that just took all the play out of this. If anybody has one of these tractors, I think that was a 1-inch washer that I used. I can't really tell, my organizer only goes to 3/4 of an inch, and I've got some random larger nuts and bolts and stuff, and that was with the larger stuff, but I think it's 1 inch. That is great. It's the best 10-cent fix ever. I feel like every time I come down here I find a grease fitting I didn't know about. It's actually one reason why I want kids, so I can send them on scavenger hunts with the grease gun underneath all the equipment. Here, little Billy, see how many grease fittings you can find that Daddy doesn't know exist. Alright. I doubt anyone really ever greased this, and that's probably the reason why it got so worn in the first place. Just to actuate this clutch pedal, this is one of the stranger motions we've made in recent times. Spread all that grease around. Alright, that ought to do it. I think it's actually fixed. And then there's poor Lucky. He sees me getting ready to go outside and opening the door, and he gets all excited and he wants to go with me. And then he remembers that it's like 110 out here. He wants to go sit in the AC. This happens every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. Alright, we're gonna take this thing for a proper test drive. I really gotta clean up this giant mess. We're gonna take this thing for a proper test drive. This is the first time since it's been rewired, and of course, since the clutch has also been fixed, that I've driven this. So hopefully nothing too crazy. Ah, shoot, where's my keys? Ah. I love this tractor, but it is ergonomically just a complete nightmare. I do like this thing. All right, let's see. neutral. We got reverse, and it is charging. It doesn't seem like it wants to go much above 13 volts, but again, that is charging. I'm kind of tempted to replace that alternator. I don't think I'm going to since it is working, but I was hoping for like a good 14 volts or 14 and a half or something. I'm also mildly concerned that positive terminal is going to short out against the side of the battery box, but I guess we'll just see what happens. We got to climb over that 4x4. Oh yeah. Clutch pedal's working great. It feels so much better since we adjustified all that slop out of there. Oh, this is excellent. It really is the little things in life. Yeah, this is 10 times better. Wow, I'm not used to saying I'm gonna fix things like that and then actually doing it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, I'm used to telling myself I'm gonna fix things like that for a year before anything actually happens. But that's a bad habit to be in, and I'm trying to break it. Hopefully you guys are like that, you are too. That's not a productive thing to be. Ah. There is still 60 years of wear and tear on the shift forks in this thing, so I'm kind of thinking maybe it would be a good idea at some point to take it apart and build those up or something with the TIG welder. That'd be a problem for another day though. Oh man, I love the way this thing sounds.